Every day, millions of transactions happening across the streets, multiple payment apps, all cluttered, disconnected, and happening through a centralized single server. Small businesses, creators, or even your friend groups struggle to keep a track of their transactions. And rewards? Forget about that. That's no way possible. We are in the streets of India, and this is a small business shop running from the past 5 years. Even if they use online payment systems, tracking each and every payments, managing their employees, or even carrying forward their monthly payments is a tedious task. And forget about rewards. These small businesses don't have even reward systems. After all, you must reward your employees or at least your customers. Now imagine, what if all these payments weren't just transactions but flows? What I mean is, what if possibly you could create a pod like groups amongst your friends, or all the small businesses can create pods amongst their employees, and inside each and every pod you could disperse payments, rewards, or schedule a transactions across pods as well. Sounds interesting, right? Or probably you might still be confused. Well, let me explain by taking you to my studio. So I came up with the idea of Orbit. Orbit's entire design philosophy is to create autonomous pods where users could come together, automate logic, pool funds, and all these things happen on-chain. The problem actually boils down to three major things. First, how to automate the on-chain transactions happening on each and every pods. Second, how to make all these recurring scheduled transactions possible. And third, and the most important, is to how to remove the hassle of signing each and every transactions by the user. And that is really a pain. After a lot of brainstorming, I found out that maybe Forte be the solution to the same. So when someone creates a pod, I define it as a flow action source. Basically, that's the blueprint of what's going to happen. So it includes things like creating the pod contract instance, initializing its metadata, defining the membership roles, and setting the initial balance or the goal parameters. And this source actually lives on chain. It's immutable and acts like a template every time. Then comes the sink, the part that actually executes these actions later, either through scheduled transactions or through triggers. Whenever a member contributes funds or triggers a recurrent payout, the sink picks that source definition and executes it, meaning the entire flow of how the pod works is now autonomous. In simple terms, the source defines what it happens and the sink defines how and when it happens. Then comes the most difficult part, that is to schedule millions of transactions happening on each and every pod daily. So the solution was simple: to use Forte scheduled transactions, and this helped us to schedule transactions on a predetermined time period according to the user. So for example, imagine a pod that distributes funds to each and every member every week, and Forte lets me define that transaction as a recurrent on-chain action that keeps running automatically without the users need to be online or to re-sign every time. And that was a big deal because automation in Web3 is usually painful. You either need to set up external bots or rely on centralized triggers. Everything was okay until this point, and I honestly thought that this might be simple to wear up. But truly speaking, this is my first time working on Cadence project, and at first I thought that I would leave everything on agent mode. It did pretty fine at the beginning, but somehow now it's stuck and there's no option other than to follow the documentation. Now it was time to build the mobile app, and I was pretty confident about it. The app is intended to be used by the masses, and that's why I went with Web3 Auth, which are simple Web2 like logins without the need of wallet setup or seed phrases, so that it becomes easy for the users to onboard to Orbit. I kept the rest of the UX as simple as it is so that the users don't get overwhelmed by a lot of buttons. You probably might be thinking how it went, so let me just show you quickly. Orbit isn't just simplifying your payments, it reshapes how we connect financially. From shared expenses to connecting each and every friend circle, groups, socially, automatic payment reimbursement, the possibilities are endless. And with the help of Fort, you can connect each and every smart pods individually, automate tasks, insights, and do whatever integration you want. Special thanks to all the developers out there who helped build the Flow network. Who the hell is calling at this time?
हेलो। या अम्बरीश, कैसा है यार दोस्त? अरे एक काम था, कैन यू प्लीज सेंड योर शेयर ऑफ द रेंट सो आई कैन ट्रांसफर इट टू द ओनर?